So, my intention for today is to talk about Akashic Records a little bit and how we can find our life purpose, and also lead you into a meditation where you might be receiving some guidance or a kind of a messages. So, it will be a little bit down into the talk. If you are on the go or driving, maybe I wouldn't recommend to listen to the meditation because it might get you into a nice sleep way. So get yourself comfortable for that. All right, okay, so let's start. My name is Srimanju Katragadda. I'm here to talk about the Akashic Records, which means Akashic Records. In an easier way, it's our soul language or the information that everything about our soul is recorded in this Akasha realm. It's everywhere. They generally call it as a book of life or book of records. It's not a physical location that we would be going into. It's an internal or in a different dimension that will be tapping this information in. As most of you might know that we are multidimensional, which means at this moment you might be so happy, and after an hour we might be feeling fearful or tensed up or caught up into the daily things. Like, we do shift from one dimension to the other so quickly. So happiness or feeling relaxed and calm are the higher vibration energies. When we tap into those, this is where Akashic records are. So it does take a little bit effort. As you might know, it's easier to be on the negative spin rather than on the positive spin, right? Generally, if there is anything that will be trained into thinking about recollecting a memory from not having a great times, but it's only like we had to train ourselves. I had to train myself through mindfulness, through meditations, how to look into the positive things or how to gather that peace of mind. So Akashic Records is in that space that will be accessing in. Everyone has their own Akashic Records. Think about from the first time your soul has incarnated on this planet or different planet, all that information is there. It's yours. No one is going to take it away. We all have got the permission to access it. Some may have a little difficulty in accessing because, again, like our mind would be cluttered up, that we may not be seeing the information or trusting the information that is coming in. Otherwise, all of us can access it. And the way we access is I teach accessing the Akashic records through a prayer. Sometimes it can be done through meditation as well, which you're going to try it out today. And some people do get that access even when they're washing dishes or doing chores or going for a walk. Just like that drop of wisdom notes that come into their mind or a clarity that comes in, or knowing that there is a past lifetime or deja vu moment, and this is where Akashic record comes. And even easier to tell is all this information. Think about like your smartphone. All the pictures, all the storage is in your smartphone, right? And when you lose it, all you need to think about is, have I backed up my data? And if you have backed up your data, you're fine. You can just type in your password and get it from the cloud. And now, where is this cloud stored? We don't know. It could be miles away, it could be under the water. With the recent attacks, you know that. And also, it could be near the mountains, far away from us. So, the way we can get it is through your password and get that information. All you need to know, again, it's a backup. Done. So with the Akashic records, there are so much millions of files, so much of archival data. Whenever we go in with a purpose, finding out what is that I can handle right now, what is that I need to know now, and bring that information. And that is again done this prayer or by not only the prayer but also through, yes, through your dreams you can access it. And your prayer is nothing but your birth name is what I'll be asking for generally when a person comes for reading, and tap into that portal and get that information. The way we are right now is mostly defined from our past experiences, past lifetimes as well, what it is. And that is where we bring up further, like, say, for example, if someone is having health issues, sometimes it could be just not this lifetime they were carrying in. It could also be from the past lifetimes. They had to know what it is to feel that health issues and bring in further. And I used to think like there was a friend of mine who left the earth realm when he was only 45, very good soul, no habits that would make his health to go in a wrong direction, beautiful family and everything. And when he left the earth realm, that was a question I had in my mind. It's too soon. Why is it so unfair? Like, why did he had to go through this? Like, but later on in the records, the guidance that I got was, it was about the past lifetimes. That's a life he defined for here. He wanted to be of a service. And as a repay back, he has been here being on the good terms. And now it was his time to go. And that's the reason some of us might have a child only for a few days, or miscarriages, or leaving. The soul just needed to have that little bit connection and leave then, like, so it's not about what we can stop it, it's about how we learn from those things. Yeah, unfortunately it is painful, the grief, the trauma, but there is a deeper reason for it as well, like, those why questions that trigger us, move us into the dark night of the soul, it could be, or a painful or a happy side as well. It triggers up. And sometimes people do move countries and something triggers up as well, like a happily married couple going on to the honeymoon, come back and they'll say, we are not for each other. Like, even though they would have spent years together, but just that particular spot could have triggered something, those memories, and come back and saying, like, no, this is not for us. So those are the things that generally the past lifetimes do trigger us understanding it. Yeah. How do we know for sure that we have tapped into the records? How is it different from receiving a message from your guides, your higher self? That's very interesting question, Jesse. Very good. Before I was doing the Akashic Records readings for people, I was doing angel card readings. And from that experience, I can share is it's definitely different vibrations. And what the masters have told is it's beyond that. It's the ultimate that we can tap into the records to get all the soul blueprint. And angels, they're all on the lower vibrations to the earth, so we can reach to them much easily and connect, and they will be seeing slightly higher and they'll be giving the guidance, but ultimately into the records, it's more deep. It shows us like a matrix. That's the past, the future as well, and where we are currently, and that mapping happens, like, so if you're looking for a direction, like with this topic here, life purpose, it shows us what have we been carrying from the past lifetime, the gifts that we have, the talents that we have, and also what is our objective to be here, and how we will be carrying it further as well, like, the purpose that we are born here with. Yeah. So that brings to the whole topic today is finding your purpose. So tell me in the comments, have you guys figured out your purpose? Are you happy with your purpose if you have figured it out? Or the other thing is, as a child, did you say that you wanted to become something, even though you have or have not? But as a child, did you ever think that you wanted to be a doctor or a pilot or like engineer, something like, children, when you spend time with them, they have these fancy worlds in their mind and they do come up with the ideas. Did you ever feel that way? If so, type in maybe. When I was a child, I used to always say I wanted to be a doctor, always. And then I got into my certs, and then I didn't get enough score. I couldn't become a doctor. And I chose then to be a computer engineer. And that's where my path changed when I was 18. Um, and when I was 28, spirituality came into my life, and then Reiki came in. I started um, visiting the clients and opening up my business towards like holistic approach. And when I was in the Akashic Records, this was my first question asking, what is my soul purpose? What is my purpose to be here? And it was very interesting because I was having a 9 to 5 full-time corporate career, highly paid, project manager, very happy to young children. But always this deep question was there. Why am I here? What is so special about me? I just don't want to be the mother and lead normal life. There is something more to it that I need to discover. And that was the question that triggered me on my questioning further, understanding the whole essence. And when I asked in the records, I said to be of service. That's interesting. What does it mean to be of service? And after a while, when I was meditating, it just that drop of a moment happened by looking into the clients, teaching the all the things that I'm teaching right now is serving the purpose of what it is. Like, even as a child, I wanted to be a doctor, but I didn't know you can be a healer. I didn't know you can be a normal person living in the crowd, normal life, and yet do the healing. Because when we were younger, it's only the monks or people who left their families would be kind of spiritual people, like, that they would go out and seek for their connection to the God or the universe, whatever it is. Yeah. So becoming that monk thing was out of my question thing, or doctor was the only way I could think about like serving people. And that is where it made a connection. So our life purpose is not too different to what we are already doing. But having that connection and the mapping is like a light bulb moment needs to happen to us to fully accept and think about it. That is where we will take it 100% close to us and give 100% towards the activities as well. Yeah. Simple things that again I see with the clients is um, serving people. Again, serving people can be in different ways. As a healer, I'm doing it, but it could be as a teacher, it could be as a nurse, and it could be as a bank official as well, like, so these are all like you're in front of the customer service and you're serving, and where you are happy about it. 9 to 5 job, you're doing it, but you're passionate about it, you're also happy, you never get tired of it, and that is where your purpose comes in. Purpose is happiness. So, this is where you need to pause a moment and think about what makes me so happy. A person, it could be just gardening, growing their own plants like fruits and veg, it could be, or just having the greenery in their home. That is a purpose. And purpose need not always be associated with our careers. Purpose can be different to what we turn up to, what we enjoy and do about as well. Something that you really enjoy, no matter how tiring day it is. My purpose is also, there are a couple of purposes, like, it could be in the career side, it could be on the relationship side, and your own ways as well, like, that lights up, lighting up is what it is needed. When you're talking, like you're given a stage to talk about something for 20 minutes, and you can just don't need a preparation and you talk about, and that is your purpose, and that is so beautiful, to connect back because your face lights up, your eyes light up, you're so happy, non-stop speaking about it. Yeah. I know a person who is purpose is just to be a mother. It's like she's amazing how she minds both the children. She is separated, and she just knew even before the kids were born what are the names of them and what are the genders of them. And even as a child, she always wanted to be a mother. That's it. It's amazing, like, and when she has her children, raising them, she's never even tired. I have never heard her giving a complaint like, children are so naughty or like all over the place or too much work with them, like, so this is again her purpose, living her purpose with beauty. And that is the goal for her, like, anything around it, she will be doing it. So purpose is never far away from what we are right now. I'm just going to look at the questions. Let's feel a few. All I ever wanted was family connection, and that's one area of my life I struggle so much with. I still haven't figured it out, and it has yet to be decided. Trying to figure out, ask those questions often. Was changing. The child I wanted to make history and ended up growing up to be an organizer and advocate. Is that not beautiful? As Jesse about what is the difference between tapping into your Akashic records, any other messages we might intuit? So yeah, that's the messages from Akashic records are deep with the knowingness, and there is a change in vibration in your body, in your throat as you speak, maybe, or as you write. It gets so deep as well. It's always they give with the positive things. Um, and something that is uplifting and more content as well. With the spirit guides, angelic realms, it's a little lighter. And when I do the angel card reading, the past life connections or the future life connections wouldn't be so strongly coming in as with the Akashic records, like, as it is, and where the person will feel, aha, this is right, this is where I have always been drawn to. Recently, I was doing the reading for a person, and for her, it was about finding their purpose. Even though she is having a full-time career and she's a coach, but there is some connection still to be made to live into that purposeful times. It's about even going back into her childhood and figuring it out. What was she so passionate about and bringing it further so she can feel the connection. Yes, this is right. Like, it was about the animals that she was so happy about, like always connected, and now bringing the healing towards the animals, which she never thought she could make the connection there. And now, like, this is wow, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. The turn up, you're never tired about it. Yeah. I tied my identity to being a parent, and I don't think that it was right. It's now I have it in pencil as working to reach my potential. Yeah. I said about this client about being a parent as a mother. Um, when I look, like, I have two children, yes, I enjoy being a mother. I enjoy doing everything around them, but I don't think so that will be 100%. I wasn't natural at it, something that I had to learn to do it. That was other thing. With your purposes, you'll be so natural as you have always had it. You won't struggle to learn or get onto it and do it. That is one of the strong points, again, recognizing your purpose, that it's your purpose, not an effort. Say, like, you're a speaker, that is never a struggle for you. It's just like you just need a stage or a group of people, that's it, you'll start talking about anything, absolutely anything. But for some people, they will be stammering, they will be just backseated, they just avoid in any situations what it could be as well, like, and so that is, again, you need to check in now with yourself. Is this my purpose? And always think about, when we ask that question, even in the meditation, it's going to be very subtly coming in, that you will recognize it. You will recognize the voice to be very low. Um, Generally, if it's our ego mind, we talking to ourselves, our own words, they'll be very strong, as if we don't deserve, we are not good enough, this is not right for us, like, and this is, again, like, where you will identify the difference between them. Yeah. When it came as a being service to people, my ego mind was saying, like, who am I to do it? What kind of a qualifications I have, like, to do it, like, but I had to put it on the side and look into what my clients were saying, or the testimonials they were sharing afterwards. That made me build my own confidence, like, even after practicing so many years, sometimes there'll be a hiccup, like, you'll just question again, like, and finding it out again. Hey, is this really my thing? Like, and when I had to give up, not I had to, it was my choice to give up corporate career and take this as a full time. Again, I questioned myself, is this truly my purpose? Giving up my day job, which is doing everything for me, but this one is risky. This is an unknown thing, because none in my family members have done anything related to healing. So I'm going to be the first one to do this change. It is tough. It is hard. It's just like you have to build your own strength. but something that I said, I'm going to do it no matter what, that's what I enjoy about it. Yeah. And so that again, I had to recheck, verify myself again. Is this truly, have I done this in the past lifetime? Now, this is the thing. In the records, we can always ask, have I done this in the past? That's one of the questions, again, like a lot of clients do ask, have I done this? My life purpose? Am I already gifted with it? Am I going to learn new things? And that makes you come back to it like even more strongly when you know in your past lifetime you have it. I'll just share one example before we go on to meditation. There was this person who came for a reading, and she was an advocate from London. And when she came in for the reading, all I knew was she was an advocate. And she said, what is my purpose? I'm not totally happy about it, but I do it because it's a high paid career. I can't lose it out. I have children. That's all I knew about it. And as I said, like in the past lifetime, so as I opened her records, the information came in as her past lifetime. She was a healer, and she was healing the people with the skin issues, and she was creating a lotion which was helping them heal on their acne and the scars on her face, and particularly on the face. Yeah. And when I said that to her, she was literally in tears, and I was like, is everything okay? And she said, like, literally 2 weeks ago, her face burst out with bad acne, which I couldn't have said at all with the makeup she had or whatever it is. Like, said, really, like, you look beautiful. Everything is so good on your face. I can't believe that. And she said, no, it really happened. And she then researched into the natural products, what she can do to heal. And when she came up with this natural things, with the shea butter and some other things, she created it and she applied it like twice a day. And within a week, it was gone. And that blew herself. And believe, in 2 weeks, she started designing her logo and everything because she wanted to give it to outside service world as well. So she started looking into what are the things she could do about, and how she can spread this and make it available, because a lot of the main market products have chemicals that are triggering us our skin issues to be even worse, right, sometimes. And so she went on to that search, and also she started creating a soya candles as well. So in the records, they also shared this symbol. It's like a love heart. One was closed off, one was open, like yin and yang kind. And I drew that and shared with her. And immediately she sends me, after going home, she sends me a picture that her logo and design and everything is about the very same, except it had an extra line in between. So that is again like making her come back to it and do further, go with that product launch and everything, trust in herself, because it's not only this lifetime she has been inspired to do it, but also the past lifetime. And sometimes our health or an accident or a relationship breakup, some major events our life will trigger to be part of our life purpose back again. And right now, with the pandemic, a lot of people are being awakening to their own purpose right now, and coming back into living their life truly rather than compromising and living, because they are finding it so hard anymore to compromise it. Or if you look into the stories of yourself or someone of your family members, look into if someone has been divorced or has been with a near death experience, or any car accidents, especially, how their life has taken a turn, how different they have become since then, how evolved, and connecting back to their truth as well. So these are the, unless those happen to us, we kind of are like minions. We keep going in with the crowd. We don't take the risk, or we don't listen to ourselves, do anything that inspires us. But this is one of the things that we definitely need to look in deep and check in with ourselves from time to time, like, rather than those 5-year career plans, check in with yourself. Am I still happy doing this? Do I need to change something? Do I need to vocalize something more and connect more deeply as well? So this is where your purpose comes in, and strongly talking about it. And when you live in purpose, you're very happy, you're successful, you're content, and you're not having any regrets. No matter how big or small it is, the regrets are gone, because you're doing exactly what is inspiring you to do. A person might wanted to be a football player, but due to the situation they couldn't. But when you start bringing it back, even as like, a hobby, you'll feel so satisfied. Okay, this need not be always that I need to be a player, but I'm enjoying doing it, and I'm having my so-called normal life with a career and everything. But this is where you just separate slightly, bring your truthfulness into that little hobby time of yours, and you're giving your 100% as well. And there are various different things, like it could be, some people could be just about bringing the crowd together. They're very good at event planning, or they're very good at catering, or even serving food. Their soul just jumps up if there are people who can read, um, who can feed them, like, that's the most important, not read. That makes them so happy, like they just need people. And they love doing these soup kitchens as well, like, and truly not expecting anything in returns, but doing from your heart. That's the most important thing, yeah. So with that, let's go in with records, and let's see what comes up with you. Keep an open mind in case that's not happening. Right now in the meditation, you can always, there are a couple of meditations on the Akashic on my bio. You can check those as well. But keep it open. What happens is sometimes in the meditation right now, it may not pop up, or you may not feel the connection, maybe through your dream, or maybe when you go out, maybe in the gym or the walking, something, a light bulb moment might happen, or a friend might be talking, or a newsletter might pop in, and then you might resonate with it. Yeah. So cool. Get settled and relax yourself. I'm just going to check the. Um, I love that, what you shared, Jamila. That's so right, yes, stammering. And when you are in your purpose, everything clears up as well. Like, I'm a big example for that. Someone asked me to be on a stage and talk in my local language, and I literally had a flu, and I couldn't get out of the bed for a week because it freaked me out. And when it came into my spiritual life, when I was giving my first talk, around 30 people in front of me in the Reiki Federation at the time, I didn't have any fears. My voice was clear. I didn't get any temperature. I so enjoyed it. That made me realize, like, it's about what I enjoy. I can do it, and nothing else affects. And also, it came up as in the past lifetime, in one of the lifetimes, I was hanged as I was speaking up my truth. And most of light workers or empaths, they have gone through that as well. A lot of people will have the choke feeling, or hard time expressing yourself, what you want, what your desires are. And this comes from the past life, because when we were expressing, we weren't allowed to do it, or it could be the women rights even, or it could be the era that we were in, that we weren't allowed to speak ourselves, like, and that still would affect. And as you get the healing through different therapies or something, it just clicks and reveals and opens up, yeah, that you can speak. That's so beautiful for sharing that. Is that acne product available to the public yet? My daughter has spent thousands on everything. She nothing can help. um I'm not sure about it after that, what she has done. Until a year at the time, I knew she was working on it. But send me a message. I have another person whose products work wonder for my girl. This all naturally made as well. I can recommend. She's from Ireland. She brings her own herbs and everything from her farm and all, and makes it on. Yeah, she posts me. I just love, because my daughter gets these sunburns, and they're so bad. Like, it nearly like blisters. Yeah, it's so soothing. Perfect. All right. So let's get into the meditation. Set your intention that you're going to find the purpose in this meditation, and just take it in. Even if it's something that you know already, or if something is a new, just for now, take it in. Don't question. Keep that option open. When we say, hey, I can't be a server or a caterer to what I'm doing right now, I don't see that possibility. No, don't say that. You never know what's going to happen. Because someone said to me when they were doing a reading with me, they said, I'm going to be teaching to children. I said, like, no way. Children, I love them enough, but I can't do that. And all of a sudden, there was opportunities came up that as I did my meditation classes, courses, and so I said, like, why don't I teach for the children in the school? So since 4 5 no 7 years ago, I started teaching to children in school. Like, yeah, even last week I was doing online presentation to the children. I was saying, like, oh my god, I never believed I can do this, but now, like, it's just like click will happen. You keep the options open. Remember that. Don't close it off. Just because, right, your state of mind is not seeing the possibility doesn't mean it won't happen. It's like planting a seed through the records, because you're seeing the blueprint and allowing it to come into your reality. So set an intention, it will come into your reality. That's it. So close your eyes, sit in comfortably, relax in your body. Only three things can happen in a meditation: either we sleep off, or we go in our monkey mind chatterbox, or you're going with the flow with me. So, in case your monkey mind or you're dozing off, gently bring your attention back into the voice, into the space that I'm taking you along in the journey. So, as long as you're not driving, we can continue this meditation. If you're driving, please don't take the risk. Take a nice relaxing breath, breathing into your belly, relaxing your shoulders, and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. As you're breathing in, let the air go deep inside and let it out. Breathing in, bringing the calmness and relaxation, and breathing out, releasing any tensions, any tightness in your body, shifting in. Feeling yourself settling deeper into the place where you're sitting or lying. You can imagine your upper lids, eyelids gently resting against your lower eyelids, relaxing deeply now. As you find yourself drifting into a very deep, pleasant state of trance, as you relax deeply now, you find this same deep, gentle relaxation arising within your body, beginning from below, rising up until you become more and more relaxed, giving yourself the permission to relax and going onto a journey for your soul. Allow your feet to relax, the lower legs to relax, your knees relaxing, your hip muscles relaxing, your stomach muscles relaxing, your spine is relaxed. Relaxing your chest, breathing deeply, relaxing the shoulders and the arms, the fingers, relaxing your throat, your jaw muscles, your eyes, your face, scalp of the head, Now let's get into a journey. Imagine yourself walking down the path. There is absolutely beauty everywhere in this place. The trees, the flowers, the garden, the butterflies. You see the joy and the wonder here. Just looking around the perfect nature's beauty. As you're looking around, in a distance, you see an entryway that leads up to a special place. You're approaching it and observing what it looks like. And as you come closer, you notice there is this magical hallway and the room that opens up. Before entering, you know that you can ask for any guidance, wisdom, or finding your life purpose at this very moment of time. You look around and notice that this place is very interesting. And as you're looking around, notice your heartbeat. Your breathing is deep and calming you. As you begin to step into the room, you notice that there are stairs, and you see whether they go up or go down in a way that is very special to you and that is unique to you. And you know that these stairs will take you deeper and take you into that special place where you will learn, experience, and understand deep. As you enter the stairs, follow them to their end. You note ahead of you that there is a door, there is a special door that leads to your answers. Just pausing there to make a note of all the details around, what it is made of, its features, and how you can open it. And you find a special key beside to open this door. You hold it and open the door gently. And you know deep inside, opening the door, you're going into a beautiful, special place. As you step through, you can see around you in this place what is around. the color of the walls, the fragrance. Is anyone there? Is there any furniture? See, observe, and sense this place. Sense it from your heart. Check in. Have you been here before? Or is it the first time you're being here? Do you see any masters, any teachers, any spirit guides, or any other elemental beings here? You look around this place, studying it even further. You realize this place is of higher awareness, the hall of understanding, which you have been seeking, where you have the answers to your search. And there is a lot of information here. It's all been organized through the books, through the scrolls, through the videotapes, cassettes, audio files, and many other ways that would resonate to you and that is most meaningful to you. There could be computers or a crystal ball where you can retrieve the information. Now, setting your question, what is your life purpose right now? To get that clear guidance, see which mode is attracting to you, the book or the scroll or the video. Go further and pick it up. And there is a table and a chair that you can take a seat and study this way of understanding deeper. You bring your scroll or the mode that you have chosen and take a seat. Look into the words or the video or the symbols that are coming out on your purpose. Ask further, where is it coming from? Ask that medium, are you in the Akashic Records? And ask, knowing your purpose, how could you implement in your life? How could you live with that purpose? There is an important knowledge here as being shared with you. Don't be afraid to ask further questions, to know deep about it. Have you done this in the past lifetime? Is this why you're here? To lead your life with this purpose they're showing you? If this is something that you know already, ask the masters to share a little more details of how you can merge into your current lifestyle. As the information is being passed, feel the inner growth. Check in with your heart, check in with your senses, how you're feeling. If there is no information coming, allow the healing to take place. As the healing comes in, you will notice the clarity opens up to see things clearly. Your subconscious mind knows this information, can read and interpret the information for you. Allow it to soak in. Allow your masters in the Akashic realm to share a past life glimpse where you have been utilizing this purpose. Know that you can always come back here to know further information, and this door and this place is always open to your soul. And just one last time, ask the masters, is there any guidance or information they want to share with you at this moment of time? As you gather this information, as you gather this knowledge from the records, from the medium that you chose, thank thank that space, that knowledge and wisdom. And now allow it to go back to its place on the shelf with respect and thanks. With the knowledge of the gifts you have received, turn from it and look around at this magical place one more time. Once again, notice more of what there is to see with more clarity. And just make a mental mark in your mind, the location of the place, and the sense of your own body, how you feel being here, and what you're seeing here. And remember, you can always come back anytime you wish to. You have the key, you know where this is, and you're gently coming out of the room, closing the door, and taking the key and gently back into the stairs, which allows you come back into the room that you're in. Slowly coming back into the full consciousness, into the room, to the count of 10 to 1, taking a deep breath. 10, 9, 8, gently wiggling your toes. 7, 6, 5, wiggling your fingers, taking a deep breath into your body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes, bringing your full awareness back into your body. Maybe you can write down what you have seen so you don't forget, or a memory of it. And if you have some water beside, take a sip of it. It's so important to keep yourself hydrated after the meditation. Welcome back. Has anyone received any messages? Sometimes it's not about the messages, sometimes it's about witnessing the healing that comes out of this as well. Some people do notice they might have some physical glitches like a little slight headache, discomfort, and after the meditation, especially the Akashic one, it's been shifted or released, or mind is very calm as well. It's like that puzzles coming in together. Um, so do watch that out as well. Yeah, I couldn't connect. Cindy, like, have you been in the room, or as you opened the medium, you couldn't see, or did you have a difficulty even getting into the door? Some people do have difficulties, even coming to the door, because in the past lifetimes, where I've seen while teaching is they would have misused, and to get back to it, there is a kind of a hesitation that comes in. Should I not go there? Will I be allowed to enter or not? That could be one of it for some people. Not saying need be for everyone. That's what I have noticed. And sometimes the book is there, it's all blank. What the masters have said to me once is like, you need those special pens where you need a special light, UV light, to see the words that are written there. So just asking them to make it easy for us to read it. I've had past life regressions but have not felt they were real. I saw the door of my grandparents' home with beautiful library space. My room was filled with all of the past lives books and books of them lining the walls. It was so cool. Yeah, thank you, Nasli. It is amazing. Yeah, it's just so peace, and I always feel like it's a full body healing session that I get whenever I'm in the records. It's just that clarity comes out of it. I had struggled writing with my book, Connect Your Inner Guide. As I was writing it in between, I had to go through the writer's block, but I would go into the past life or into the records and get the information and write. It's more of a channel writing at that stage I was into. That made it so easy as well. And writing a book, that's my purpose. Again, I didn't agree with it. I had a difficulty like, oh, who am I to write? Like, who will read my books? What is there to write? Like, what is so different to it? But again, releasing that blocked part of my questioning and seeing what I'm supposed to write and channeling it, it became so easier. Like, yeah, and immediately, like the biggest proof was the second book proposal I sent to Hay House. They picked up and they published straight away. So to be honest, I was that person that never had any difficulty writing or getting it published. When I heard all about the stories from my friends, it's so hard to get a publisher or even someone to read your book. It's so difficult phases. That didn't happen. When it's your purpose, it so comes so easily. It's like you need to pinch to even think about, is this for true, is this for real, like, that's again you can check in. um is this my truth? Like, yeah, it was a beautiful library space. There was more help That was more helpful than I expected. The stairs twisted round and round. It was the same kind as hundreds of nightmares I had. Ah, ran to the beginning. I hope you find that peace, or at least that puzzle is closed. Sometimes, actually, our nightmares, our repeated dreams, they have a message. There could be something from the different dimension that's happening, and we need to have an awareness to it, and then it stops, or you kind of have a lesson understanding there, and it allows us to grow. So that is again like, remember your purpose, even if you have received the guidance as something that you know already or something that is new to you today. Sit with it, go deep with it, and understand. Again, it may not be so different to what you're already doing, as long as you're passionate about, you're happy about it, you're never tired talking about or doing it. That is you, who it is. One of the person I know, it's hiking is his purpose. That's it. Like, and walking along with few other people, that's all. And just forgetting about the nature, being in the nature, forgetting about everything else, and that's the purpose. Like, yeah. And it's not big returns or big things that he expects. It just loves to be there with the people. Yeah. So think about, that could be your purpose as well, as simple as that. Wow. Yeah, whenever I get the dreams, I always type up what in the internet, saying, say for example, there was a pigeon in the dream. I would type up and say, what does pigeon mean in the dream? And that will make sense, like, why we were having, because generally dreams are a way of releasing or giving us a pre-hint of what's going to happen as well. It always maps to our current life and a portal to release as well. So that's what the dream interpretation helped me to search further. Yeah. So I always have a journal beside my bed to write immediately if I had a dream, and the main characters as well, or the main scenario. And it's just amazing what reveals afterwards. Yeah. So how are you all feeling? Bit lightheaded or more clarity? If you're feeling lightheaded, make sure you drink plenty of water, ground yourself. Definitely, you have done a lot of heavy work right now. Even though you may think it's just a meditation, Akashic Records is a totally different meditation. From my years of practice, definitely I can say that. It takes you to a different dimension, different realm, and that process is heavy lifting. So take it easy. Lot of maybe healing crisis can come in, like you might feel shredding a lot of things and bringing more clarity, which is a good thing as well, like, as you go deep into your own life journey. So here is a couple of things that I would request you to support me. Maybe you can go onto my page and follow me and check in the bio, and you can get to know more, and definitely can message me to know more about any particular thing that has come up. I'm very happy to answer or connect. I love those love hearts there popping up. So that would be so happy. And there are some meditations on Akashic Records as well, in different ones. So do check out. Maybe you can practice those a couple of times and see if something is revealing to you. Anytime you go onto those meditations, just set an intention. What is that you are trying to look deep inside? So that will give you a guidance as well. Like, yeah. And I'm very happy to receive any donations if you're happy with this talk. And I love sharing more information. This was a new time zone that I was trying out. I generally do in the afternoon or the mornings. On Thursday, I do have another talk on the angels guidance, so you'll know what the difference is between Akashic and the angels and the spirit guides, as some of you were asking before. So if you can attend, that's on the PST time zone, 10:30 on the Thursday, 20th. I think it's Thursday, yeah. So you can check when you follow. I think you'll get the notifications on Insighttimer, yeah. So thank you so much for you guys to be here, and best wishes to find your purpose and keep yourself charged up. And the more you're asking that, the more closer you're getting to it, because you're getting out of the comfort and getting to the discomfort, and then you will find what it is. And definitely when you're coming back into the purpose as well, one thing that you will be noticing is things are very easy to flow in. You don't need to work hard as you would have imagined or struggled in different things. Sometimes when we are doing against the flow, that is where we work hard. It's like swimming against the currents, how difficult it is. That is what happens when we are not happy about something, that we are not meant to be doing something, the struggles are stronger. So pause and recheck, and I always suggest to write it down. What is causing you unhappiness, and what brings you happiness as well. And that way it's easier to differentiate where your path is leading into. Yeah. And good luck with it. Follow your heart. I'm sure you'll get closer to what you're truly meant to be doing, or you're already doing. It's just making that connection or a click of a moment in your own mind saying, yes, this is it. Like, I'm so happy. I just need to accept and grow further and do the work that I'm doing. That's all, like. So good luck with it and keep charging yourself. Thank you for listening and thank you for being here. We'll see you again. Thank you. Take care. Namaste.